about speaking and pronunciation and also writing. The first topic is about speaking and pronunciation. Who's going first? I think I'm going first. So, what are speaking and pronunciation? Speaking is actually the process or the act of using language to communicate, while pronunciation is the way words or sounds are spoken. Language cannot be divided but from context because it is important. And in teaching writing, it's not only about the written language but also involves the pronunciation. It's not only about the spoken language but also involves the pronunciation lessons and about the next in speaking. Next is the genre of speaking. Which one? That I think that's the great process. Speaking is like the instructional and transactional. Transactional is like we exchange goods or services, maybe like when we are booking a hotel or when we are buying something. And for the interactional, it's like how we communicate to maintain our social relationship. What about the point? Yeah, what is it? Structure, we have like the abstract, it is optional, it stated the summary and also the main points of the text, the overall text. And for the orientation, it says like it provides information about who, when, why, and also where. And for the communication, it is like the main part of the text. It leads us to the problems, to the climax. And also the evaluation is like how the speaker responds to the problems and also the solution, how they overcome the problem. And at the end, as the closing, we have coda, which is also optional. It reorients all of the stories, all of the text. Then we also have dividing exchange. We have exchange, which is function to like check on our interlocutor understanding and also our mutual understanding. It can be used depending on like initiation, and then we have response, then follow up, then exchange. Then we go back to the first again. In spoken pronunciation, we also have like the turn taking, and sometimes turn taking is how we are taking our turn to speak in a conversation involves many speakers. So it can be by self-select, so we seek the opportunities like when our speaker like have flows, have hole in their flow, so we can take that opportunities to speak. And also it is by the speaker, the current speaker nominates who speaks next. And then for the issues in pronunciation, I think about the issues in speaking. It's like it's not only about how we produce us, but also involves our gesture, our mind, our mimic, and our eye movement. I think that's the issues in pronunciation. And we also have things like turn taking and pronunciation. It mostly relies on pitch and loudness, which can be a big clue for us when we turn taking. And about the social aspect in pronunciation, dramatic is representing strong emotion, which is however also influenced by the context. Like who are we speaking? So where are we speaking? It depends. We also have this sound segment, which is don't have like certain borderlines. mother tongue as a normal sound. That's why outside of our mother tongue, we consider it as an unfamiliar or rather strange. And the implication for the pedagogy, we have that right. So it involves several questions such as should we should we focus in speaking competence, should we focus on sentence level or text? So it is quite debatable because some says that sentence is the best level that provides material for learners, while the other says that in order to achieve speaking competence, we have to be more than beyond just the sentence level. And also it involves questions such as how can we apply discourse based approach in learning. So it is the matter how we raise the awareness of our students so they don't follow the certain rules or types but they find their own flows. Also, should we use only authentic text or not, because sometimes in some language we have limited access to original text, authentic text, so it's okay to use something like semi-authentic or something like that. And the last one is like how can we specifically how are the procedure specifically for pronunciation teaching. So it depends on the learner's ability, the learner's needs, and also their background, such as their age, cultural background, so it can make it easier for them as a teacher. Maybe that's all from me. Let's go next. Let's go to the next.
For the first topic is the relationship between pronunciation and learning. The pronunciation and learning are always connected in learning language and communication. And in this topic, many words and Barbara psychologists highlight as pronunciation is not just involved in the individual sound, but it includes in terms of strength and intonation. All of these contribute to cognitive and fluency and pronunciation around the speaker, convey the meanings effectively and equals misunderstanding. And this topic is social type and gender of speaking. Social type and gender of speaking is a different way of speech. Is structured and usually depending on the social context, purpose and audience. And this is some example of social text and gender of speaking. First one is a conversation between diary talk, everyday life, small talk, greeting, expressing information. For the example, second is chatting with a friend about the weekend plans. And the next, for example, is teaching and explanatory speaking. It means into the teaching and highlight someone through a process. For example, giving the giving a recipient and giving the direction and training the recipient. And the next topic is structured process. The structured process is the study about the method or study about it. I forgot. Yeah, we move on to the topic. And the next topic is what? Forgot. Issue pronunciation. Issue pronunciation and writing. Issue pronunciation and writing. Pronunciation and writing is a key aspect of communication and learner need to face of challenges. The examples of the main challenges sound segments or needs and pitch. The next topic or the last topic teaching pronunciation and speaking. Teaching pronunciation and speaking is the one key aspect of learning language that help the students learners understand more effectively and the pronunciation is study about the sound, rhythm, and space, and also the speaking teaching is study and spoken about activity speaking statistics speaking and
First is about the relationship between speaking and pronunciation. Speaking itself is part of our daily life. If we want to learn about speaking, it requires how, when, and why we communicate. One key aspect of speaking is pronunciation. Pronunciation has played a role in speaking. For example, like it can know the soft or the loud when we speak, or how slow or upbeat we speak. For example, like we're saying thank you, but with a different tone. It can receive a different meaning to the listener. So the pronunciations have a big effect of changing. If we mislead the using of pronunciations, it can affect the meaning. And then there's a genre of speaking. What I know is like interactional and communications. Transactional communications, like it change the information. It's like we are ordering food or we are buying tickets or like that. And then there's the interactional communications. It's more like you're building a relationship with your friends or your family, making conversations with them. And then there's a structure of speaking. Speaking is happening in real time, and speaking, if we want to speak with someone, we have to know the situational context before we speak. And then there's a turn taking, there's a topic management, and then there's an issue in speaking. First, from what I know, it's tone, and then prominence, turn taking, and intonation. So prominent itself is like when you're okay, I forgot the definitions. Last one, teaching, for pronunciation teaching and speaking teaching. Pronunciation teaching is like using mechanical practice, like we are listening and repeating teachers and then have a listener or meaning of theirs. It's exercise. I think that's So who wants to go first for writing? No. Should we end the video? We just have to talk. The thing is, such a it's okay if it is. We just we see. Right? So what's to talk about writing first?
It's hard, really hard.
Okay, I'm going.
First topic is writing aspect. Writing aspect. I think writing is the complex skill that involved in relational, strategic, and technical. Relational is mean it is focused on the connection between writing and audience. And next is the strategic aspect. Strategic aspect is deal with about the organizing during each decision. And next is the textual aspect. Textual aspect is grammar, sentence, structure, and grammar. The next topic is simple language writing. Simple language writing is the process of writing language that is not the native form. It includes unique challenges such as habilitation, vocabulary, grammar, concept. And the next topic is control composition. Control composition is the about it. I forgot the sentence.
Let's try to answer this.
Is study about the method of learning writing. Yes, study about the method of learning writing. And focuses on the sentence structure. And the next topic is the paragraph pattern approach. The paragraph pattern approach is study about
One verse.
study about the writing, focus on the writing as multi-step process. And next is this is procedure is involve the previous topics that I have. And it's about the try within the specific titles on the journal, such as narrative, descriptive, formative, and academic writing. I think that's enough.
I think I'm going next where I forgot all of this. Even before 1960s, when writing is not considered as important as other aspect of language communication, it is still used in language production and to provide linguistic materials for students. The aspect of writing, besides speaking and writing, it is also one of the three modes in linguistic expression and communication. It is the representation of speech, which it means a response to rhetoric situation. So to form this, we undergo some complex cognitive activities, and writing. It is also important for writers to consider how readers see the writing. And the first one is relational aspect of writing. Just like speaking in the relational aspect of writing, context is also important. It is also highly influenced by context. Like the general knowledge is the knowledge that we use to shape our response to the rhetorical situation. It's like its function to assess writers in managing their writing and help readers to interpret the writer's writing. And in writing, writers not only represent their view but also their knowledge and also personal identity, which also can affect the way writers see and respond to the text. So the image of writers is actually the combination and results of the writer's interpretation and also the reader's response, which through the medium of text. And writing readers is also an important aspect because they can be a critic, a partner, a peer, or just a bystander. And each text has its own unique sense, but we cannot fully understand a text as a standalone because basically every text is related to in relation with other text, which is explicit or implicit. And also other aspect that is more important is reality, which seems stable but can be interpreted in many ways, like interpretive layers. Why? How come? Because people perceive reality in different ways. So yeah, it's also important how writers can blend it into local and historical context. And for the strategies aspect of writing, it is like by written text, writers drew on some various strategies that can help them to seize, to discern, and respond to the situation. The strategy is basically usually acquired naturally by the writers to practice. So it can be like focus on the writers, like express focus on the writers, persuasive focus on the readers, referential focus on the reality, and textual focus on the text. And for the textual aspect of writing, it is actually the material realization of the two previous aspects. So, like our textual meaning and interpersonal meaning help us to understand the ideas that writers try to convey. And now it's the second language writers. It is like anyone who writes or try to write in order their first language mother tongue. So they are considered as a second language writers. And for the second language writing, the first one we have like control position. So it's basically see writing as a reinforcement for habits and also secondary concept. This is small, but there are many research in this field, like maybe the comparative analysis, like comparing two languages, certain aspect maybe in error analysis, like finding errors in some text and analyzing. Then we have like several patterns also. The first one is the paragraph pattern approach. I mean several approaches. The first one is paragraph pattern approach. It is stated that we should know the importance of the organization above the sentence level and from the sentence level. So it's not basically just the sentence, but above the sentence, like maybe the paragraph. And for the next one is the process cycle. So you highlight the idea. It's highlight what the ideas were discovered and meaning were made. It is to undergo several processes like planning, drafting, revision, editing, and publishing. Last one we have the genre-based approach. This popular nowadays. We have in general we have types like argumentative, narrative, and so on. And in a more specific way we have like personal paper, essays, and so on. That's all from me.
Right now it's about writing. Writing has three aspects. Relational, strategy, and textual aspect. So the relational is how the writing is connected between writer, text, and reality. If you want to write something, you have to think like our reader is gonna read our text or like that is connected between each other. And then there is a strategy aspect. When we write, we use a strategy like planning, drafting, and revisions. And we also use strategy like brainstorming, finding peer feedbacks, and revisions. And then the last one is textual aspect. Is how the sentences are structured and connected to make it more clearly and understandable. And it involves the approaches like passions and corrects. And the second language writer. Okay, the second language writer has faced the more complex challenge because they have to apply the new rules of writing in the new language. So they have more to be so they have to more practice and more I don't know about that. I'm sorry, I forgot. Okay, that's about the control compositions. So the control composition from what I know is the teachings how the students are practiced making sentence based on the grammatical and strict guidelines. It's more focused on accuracy like grammaticals and spellings and like that. So it's more strict and like that. And then there is after the paragraph pattern. Paragraph pattern is the teaching method where the paragraph is making more structural, like correct. The students have to organize their paragraph. Is more like, although if we want to make a text, we have to make more structural to see and more understandable to see. It's like first like topic sentence and then and then let's start with the genre.
about the genre because this is the last thing that I heard like that. So there is it's the treatment side. It is but in the genres like argumentative like learn argumentative so like that, and also it has to be in the personal essay report like that, and we talk about the aspects. So the aspect is this one is the first one is relational. Because of like that. So it makes relational is when here is like that. The readers how to make understand about the different here, right? So next is strategy. Oh yeah, strategy is technical and know how to make this sentence explain to working in second language. Working in second language, I think because the second language is not our mother tongue, so I think it's the hardest part in the thing. So we use the like brainstorming and think the ideas drafting, proofreading and revision. Because it's so oh my god, I think harder than complicated is like it is because too much, the information is too much. So